Many Americans are returning to the workplace. In most places of work, wearing a mask is a must. To make that transition as comfortable as possible, we have Dr. Jennifer Hobson joining us now. She's actually with a breathing clinic. What are your 5 tips?
So the tips that we need to do are basically wear a comfortable mask, one that seals your face and doesn't allow any air to seep away and leave your face. Make sure that it doesn't compress your nose so that your nose is working and it's not going to create some congestion there. Make sure you use your nose so that the nitric oxide gas that gets released naturally in the sinus will help sterilize your air. That's really important during the coronavirus pandemic. Any respiratory issues, you want to filter with the nose. The fifth one is make sure that you use a nasal dilator. We're wearing masks. Mask will allow us to hide a breathe right strip or a nasal dilator. There's several on the market. Those will allow your nose to open up for you to be able to handle nose breathing behind these masks. And in my patients in my office to come in with mouth breathing issues and always feeling congested in the nose, that's only going to lead to more risk of infection. You want to make sure you're nose breathing behind those masks, especially when you go back to work.
Some people worry that they're not getting enough oxygen.
The mask is not going to stop oxygen intake. You have enough oxygen in your blood. If you take a pulse ox, those little devices you put on your finger, you put it on your finger, you'll notice you're at 98%. That's 99%. That's normal. You're not going to see it drop. What you want to make sure that you realize is if you have a problem with nose breathing, you should work on it. It's the body's sensitivity to CO2. It's the carbon dioxide it's not used to holding on to.
What about those who just don't like the feeling of a mask on their face?
You know what? It's going to take practice. It's not easy. Having us wear these things at work it's been very difficult for many of my patients. But actively trying to get your nose to work, making sure that you're using either nasal sprays or saline sprays to try to clean it, and also use a nasal dilator at work. If you can't really breathe well with it, try that. And if you really need some training, you can always go to the HobsonInstitute.com to get trained by me and my staff to really get your nose working. It's really important.
Well, thank you so much, Doctor, for your tip.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.